How about now? Oh yeah.
How about now?
Wow. So now I'll tell you what we do is the you think Back to the Future, right? So in Back to the Future, you I'll tell you a story if you get it popping in here. Let me get it. Let me get some things going here. I'll be right back. All right. We'll go like this till I come back. I'll be right back. I'm back. I'll tell that story. So oh sweet. I've been trying to get on Twitch because I'm a content creator. So we'll see. Marky Mark gave me a little trick to try, so hopefully I can get on. So I'll break it down though. In order to break it down, we gotta break it down. So I'll break it down. Let me know when. What I'm doing is getting ready with all the little pieces. You know what I mean? And I'll break down some crazy shit right now. Crazy. Yeah, no big deal. If not, I'll break it down to you. The video will play. So what I got here is my prop shop. And what I do is I'm making props for a movie. Obviously, Lord Timmy and the Mystery of the Last Master. And I'm doing it using the BSV blockchain. So tell me, let's go here real quick. Okay, I got that. I'll break it down to you, Mason. Because you were kind enough. Come on in the prop shop. So you're going to get your props in the prop shop. All right. In 1997, there was a quantum computer. And this quantum computer was cutting edge in 97. And what it did was it sent through this chip that was operating at negative 3,000 degrees Kelvin, whatever, operating at high rate of speed with this thermo this thermal cooling system, this nuclear thermal cooling system that has all its electronics and piping, as you can see. What we're going to have is in this hosing, in these hoses, these lines, we're going to have more lights, more things moving, more color. And basically, how is that looking? It's pretty shiny, huh? Oh, I know why. That's hot. So let's get off that. And let's put that over here. Boom, like that. Yeah, that's better. So we have a thermal pump right here. It's not thermal as in heat, but it takes the heat out. It takes so much heat out that it gets negative whatever, right? And it's a pump, cooling system. We have our chip right here, our quantum chip, which I've made. Let's get a close up on the chip here. So this chip spins so fast, operates 0-point energy, that when we're calculating, we're able to send information out into another dimensional plane and have it affect our results and our data. And so that's what this is. And I should, everybody knows what quantum computer does, right? So now, what is it? Well, it's on loan to the universities building it. It's working a special program, and they're developing the technology for quantum computing. And so another professor of esoteric antiquity studies, he uses hieroglyphs and ancient mathematics, a lot of things that people call pseudoscience, but he's really also learned in Tesla, Turing, McCullough, Elliot, and a lot of the contributors to the fundamental basics of quantum computing or computing in general. Are you still with me on that? How's that sound so far? So the professor has to sneak in and get time on this computer. And so what he does is he gets in there and he uses, I won't give too much of it. You can read it in the script. I won't give it away. You can read it for micropayments at mymovies.us. The backwards version, I don't know. So he gets the kid who's in charge of the computer maintenance. He gets him the job a while back, so he's friends with him. So now he gets to go on the computer and he gets to run his analysis. So he uses hieroglyphs, he uses number systems, he uses magic squares, and he determines a sequence of numbers that, when played through a musical spectrum, create the frequencies and the tones that would be necessary to crack the yeah, exactly. So what's happening is this quantum computer is communicating with another dimension, and that's what they sort of thought it was going to be doing, but unbeknownst to them, it's an esoteric quantum dimension. Okay, so what we have to go is into this world of mysticism and magical spells and things like that, and multidimensional travel, space and time, etc. And so now we know on the other side of reality is pushing into this side of reality, its existence, its form, its three-dimensional form from a digital program that's bombarding the matrix, right? Okay. So now the professor says to the kid, run this, do this, do that, do this, do that. And then add this and throw in a little bit of that. And the kid says, ain't you making this? You making this up? And he says, isn't everybody? Fake it till you make it, right? So he basically gets the tones and the sequence and the frequencies that he wants. And he says, okay, now what am I going to do? Because this is based on the theories that in India and in the Hindu cultures, Tibetan cultures, that the monks can meditate to such a frequency that they've unlocked stone locks that are engraved with, I guess, keyed, like the internal working mechanisms that you would see in like Raiders of the Lost Ark or something, where stone walls move and things like that. So the truth is that the monks can do this over there, they believe. And so we take that and we say, well, the professor understands this, so he knows it's about sound. So how does he duplicate the sound of a monk? And what do these monks sound like, right? It's right? Well, the professor can't do that. The professor can't do that, but we can do is take a talk box, right? Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Okay? Yeah, you like that, huh? You like that. So now, here's the deal. So he gets it, right? And he's trying to test it out. But what happens the night before when he's figuring it out, he's playing his Fender. He's playing his Stratocaster. He's playing just an old cool, it's going to be a weathered old beat up wooden guitar with basically a steel pick guard. Nothing fancy, just some metal on some wood, some old school. We'll rough it up. It'll look like old Stevie Ray Vaughan maybe. Maybe it'll look pristine. Who knows? That'll be a build, right? So now he's playing this guitar and he's playing the tones and he's wah, 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 and he's doing his thing and he's a little bored and he's a little attention deficit disorder and it's not happening the way he wants. So he starts jamming and he gets sidetracked. Well, in doing that, he's jamming crazy. And he takes the tube that the sound is coming out and he sticks it in the pickups and he gets the feedback. And now because he's coming out of the talk box and he's coming into the interstellar orbiter, which is a phase shifting computer of sorts we're going to design around this layout, right? Okay, it's going to come in this computer he's built, okay? And it comes out of that computer. It'll go into the legendary Crybaby, okay? Wow, 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 right? Okay? Out of the tube, into the microphone, out of the microphone, into the pig nose. Can I get an applause for the pig nose? We're bringing back the pig nose from the 1970s, okay? All right? That's time travel. But it's just a pig nose. So what do we got to do? We have to make it quantum. We have to quantify the pig nose, okay? So how we quantify the pig nose is with the work of Marco Rodin. This is a real, actual, working Marco Rodin PE coil. Comes to us from onestopenergies.com, onestopenergies.com with a one, onestopenergies.com. They were kind enough to give me this, and they sell them for $700. I asked him for a broken one or something that I could just put in my movie, and he gave me this for the movie, and I will promote him, and I will try to do my best to get people to onestopenergies.com. So what we're going to do, we're going to modify the pig nose with circuitry and whatnot. And out of the pig nose is going to come the quantum amplified sounds that is going to unlock the mysteries of the universe and allow the time travel to the other ends of the universe to return to this dimension with the key to global prosperity, which is universal incomes and wealth, which is only possible through Bitcoin. So this guitar is electrocuted and it explodes. And it's sitting there on fire, but it's been transformed. And it's on fire, and the professor, it's on fire. Right? My guitar. But it's been transformed. This is the stunt guitar. This is the guitar that will be used for the burning scene. And this is the transformed guitar that makes it on the trip to go on the journey. So now this has the essence of the universe has been etched and imparted on it. If you look at some of the details, these are like trees. This is like fractals. So this is our time machine. This is how we time travel in the Lord Timmy movie. Through sound, through light, sound, time and space can be manipulated. And so we're going to do it. Lord Timmy, the Mystery Last Master. The only and first and only movie ever made on the Bitcoin BSV blockchain. All right, www.mymovies.us. We should have a micropayment ecosystem up there right now. You can get the word out to your boys. Here's the truth, Mason. Let me tell you, let me break it down. Do you think I'm trying to get money? And no, not you, but people will think, oh, he's a producer. He's trying to make me trying to get money. I'm going to do that regardless. The money thing is just what it takes to make the world go round. But let's talk about what the ecosystem does. We're in a war against BTC and all others. And what we want right now is transactions to take place on the blockchain. And that if people are making transactions right now, all the transactions are people just spending Bitcoin back and forth. They're just taking it from his wallet to his. They're dinging the dong and they're sending it around, and these transactions are happening. But now we're starting to see apps, and we're starting to see things getting uploaded to the blockchain, and those are transactions. And now what I've done is uploaded data to the blockchain. And if you guys go to mymovies.us, for pennies with a money button wallet, for pennies, like less than a penny, you could look at data. You could start looking at budget, schedules. You could look at actors. You could look at special effects drawings, storyboards. What do you think about that, Mason? And we can get the community that you know to not give me any money to make my movie, because only investors that people that are looking at those things, they're looking for investments. This is a whole different thing. This is for BSV. This is patronage for art. And so if we can make this first little movie together, and we can deliver this little movie in Santa Monica in November, we can show the world the power of Bitcoin technology. But between now and then, we could get people in the micropayment ecosystem to go there and spend 26 cents a day. Because if you go look at 20 files a day, you're making transactions on the blockchain. It's not costing you a lot of money to experience the joy or the knowledge or the education you're going to get from some of the data that I'm selling, but I'm selling it for less. Yes. Oh no, this will, Mason. If you guys follow this and you guys see what I'm trying to do, if we start making movies without Hollywood, go look at mymovies.us and go look at the in development. When you're renting from Netflix or you're streaming from Amazon or Netflix, you go to your suggestions for Mason and you're ripping through it because you already seen them all, or you don't even want to see those. So we've created a strip through blockchain that's on the bottom that allows you to pick movies and have them made because the smart contracts go and everybody comes to work and it's a studio and the fans want to see the movies and they're picking them, not 5 guys in suits. We will disrupt the entire film industry, and we put the entire film industry on the phone. And I'm going to show you real quick if these guys are even, we've been having problems with the site as far as the money button. We couldn't get it to transact. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is create a page, create a space. It's this. Here we go. Loading. Come on. There we go. So we're creating an app that's on my phone. You can stream movies. This is the first movie ever streamed on a blockchain. You could go stream it for 10 cents. The African woman who made it gets 90% of the gross. She gets 9 cents. Okay. In development, different movies, right? Now you come up, you could stream movies. Well, we only have one, and we put the flag in the ground with an African woman who would never get distribution, and if she did, she would be stolen. It would be stolen. They'd rip her off. So then we have films that are in production. Well, we only have one. It's the Lord Timmy movie. I won't click that yet. And then you go up, and now it's Netflix, but these movies haven't been made yet. You know why? Because not enough people want to see them. But if enough people want to see them, the money will flow and people will go to work and they'll make movies for the fans that want to see the movies. So yes, entire disruption. So now down here is a tokenized system for filmmakers to peer-to-peer negotiate their labor. Okay. So yes, entire disruption. And if you want to join us on this front in this battle with movies and entertainment, Mason, you're more than welcome, because it's just me and a 17-year-old kid and the engineers that have helped us to this point by giving us advice, but we don't claim to know what we're doing. We just are discovering every day the capabilities of the blockchain and the technology. And with my understanding of the entire film business, I started on the parking lot, and I ended up on the Disney lot developing movies with Academy Award nominated and working for Academy Award winning producers. So do the shareholders get a portion of the streaming revenue? In this first model, yes, in the sense that they're not shareholders, because the traditional model is a share for an investment. So a traditional filmmaking model is you come to me looking to leverage your dollars, and you think filmmaking is that model. And so what we're doing, because you need securities and you need lawyers and you need only accredited investors to go over the counter, you need a Securities and Exchange Commission authorized or registered broker. So these things cost tens of thousands of dollars, so they're barrier to entry. So with the blockchain, I can now go peer-to-peer and negotiate with a purchaser. There are patrons who are coming to purchase the rights, the intellectual property. I'm negotiating with you peer-to-peer. Would you like to buy 0.005% of the copyright? Because we are going to exhibit this art. The patrons are going to finance the art of this artist. This artist has an exhibition plan to try to provide this experience to the most people. So in presenting this idea to the most people, you have to exhibit, or you have to stream, or you have to festival the movie. And in doing that, the owners of the copyright will either benefit or gain from the exhibition of the artist's work. So it's not an investment, because if it's an investment, I have to tell you, this is risky. You may lose all your money, because I'm going to try to make you money. All I'm promising you is an experience with me online to make this movie, and you're purchasing that experience, and you're owning a percentage of the completed artwork. What I do with it after the fact, in this case, to present it to 8,000 exhibitors, people who exhibit art, in commercial art in theaters around the world and stream them on platforms around the world. We want to rent the theater for one day. We want to have a showing of this movie, and we want to present to them the future of their industry. And then we provide a Dutch auction for the patrons to find the best partnership for the exhibition of my artwork. Does that make sense? So yes, they get a portion of the streaming revenues because it has to be purchased only for BSV, and they have to pay us in BSV. And if they don't pay to exhibit my artwork in BSV, then it will come to the BSV blockchain and be streamed for BSV to a community that we present this artwork to, into perpetuity, with multi wallet distribution instantaneously, and nobody's waiting for me to give them any money. It's happening in real time. So we're creating this experience in real time right now. People coming and watching me, holding me accountable in the prop shop, holding me accountable online when I'm getting the schedule ready, tightening up the budget. I'm monitored. So at any point, the money should stop or the money should flow based on the performance of the person you've chosen to back their message. I have a message. This is art. The message in this art is that the future is here. It has come from a sense and a need to save humanity from itself, to save humanity from cannibalizing itself for the limited resource they've created in fiat money. And so that digital currency, digital peer-to-peer cash, what we're using in Bitcoin BSV, will liberate a certain section of humanity to explore peer-to-peer exchanges that when monitored and legal, provide a sense of a better community. How about that, Mason? Has to be purchased only for BSV, and they have to pay us in BSV. If they don't pay to exhibit my artwork in BSV, then it will come to the BSV blockchain and be streamed for BSV to a community that will present this artwork to into perpetuity with multi-wallet distribution instantaneously. Nobody's waiting for me to give them any money. It's happening in real time. So we're creating this experience. People coming and watching me, holding me accountable in the prop shop, holding me accountable online when I'm getting the schedule ready, tightening up the budget. I'm monitored. So at any point, the money should stop or the money should flow based on the person chosen to back their message. I have a message. This message in this art is that the future is here. It has come from a sense and a need to save humanity from itself, to save humanity from cannibalizing itself for the limited resource they've created in films. So that digital currency, digital peer-to-peer cash, what we're using in Bitcoin SB, will liberate a certain section of humanity to explore peer-to-peer exchanges that when monitored and legal, provide a sense of a better community.
Peace. Let's do this.